All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 1156 on this beautiful Thursday evening. It is the last Studying Brew of the week because we don't work on, well, we work all the time. We just don't do the Studying Brew on Friday and Saturday and Sunday. But we are here tonight, and that's what matters, and so are you, because you could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here for this free 30-minute of securities study thing we do. What do you want to call it? I don't know. 1,000 episodes, you think I'd be more articulate. But anyways, we got content, we got techniques tonight. It's going to be good. It's going to help you pass these exams, and we're going to have fun. What happened to Brandy? All right, everybody. My name is Andy. I'm the guy over here trying to put this thing together, but you're not here for me and my struggles. You're here for Brandy. She got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and that's Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know, so that way you too can get a pass notice, and that's what we're going to be talking about like we do all the time. The other night we were talking about on the brew, after the brew, I should say, with After the Brew crew. Anybody can join After the Brew crew. You just got to stay after we're done recording, and then Brandy and I stay on for a little bit, and we talk about random things. One of the things we were talking about is fear. Fear. Fear is real for a lot of you, right? Fear gets all of us at one point or another. But we can't let fear take over. We can't let fear drive us. We can't let fear decide if we're going to take these exams. Fear can't decide if we're going to freak out about what if we get a third attempt, we're going to have to wait 6 months. Do you know how many people study and then they go like this? They're like, "Ooh, I don't know if I want to take that first attempt because if I get to that third one, then I'm going to have to wait 6 months. And oh my gosh, what if I have to wait 6 months?" Dude, you haven't even taken the first attempt yet. The first attempt hasn't even started yet. And you're already freaking out about the third attempt. And the reality of it all is it really that bad to be afraid of that? Out of all the things in the world, is it the worst thing that we should be fearing? Is it the thing that we should be up at night freaking out about? No, but we do, right? We do anyway. We have this anxiety. We're stressing out about it. You don't need to be. You don't need to be stressed out about it. You don't need to fear it. Fear, as they say in the good book, it's not of the spirit. Fear is not of the spirit. Spirit is more of love, understanding, grace, patience. Grace is the most important thing. Grace is the most important thing. It's the most, if you believe, grace is one of the top 10, right? It's right up there. Grace. It's like one of those things they teach you in church. Grace. I know grace means a lot of different things to a lot of, in a lot of different ways. But in this case, when it comes to your studying, when it comes to these exams, when it comes to testing, you need to have grace with yourself and allow yourself to fail. Failing is not bad. Failing is how we get better. Failing is how we know we succeeded. Failing is the reason why we celebrate and they play, that song, We Are the Champion. Failure is the reason why when we do succeed, we jump out of that test room and we run around the parking lot with that pass paper and we take pictures and have balloons and we have a good time because we did it, right? It's the we did it. If we didn't have failure, that would mean nothing. And without failure, you don't have success. Without failure, there's no winning. Without failure, we don't push ourselves. Without failure, there's no challenge. Without failure, there's no next. There's a lot of things written about failing. There's a lot of stuff about success and how you can't get there without failing. I mean, you could go on and on. There's a million memes on Instagram, I'm sure. Kobe Bryant talks about all the time. Tom Brady talks about all the time. Napoleon Hill talks about all the time. I was just watching this thing about the Cowboys. They were talking about it all the time. That's how you get places, guys. Failure is how you get places. I know it's the weirdest thing to say, but it's like you have to take the fear out of the fail. You have to put the positive in what failing means. Failing means you're trying. Failing means you're trying to attempt something. Failing means you're on to growth. Failing means that you're going to do something big. Get excited about every time you fall down. Get excited about every time you get a 20% and you get back up and you go push for another one. And then you push for another one. And then you go back, you go learn some more. And if you're doing the KonaButterflyz thing, you're going with the why wrong. You're looking at those, how you get those quizzes. And if you don't know how to do that, we're going to be having a whole workshop on Sunday that we're going to get into. But it's literally all the live sessions that we do. It is literally everything that we do, and all that we talk about is going from that 20 to 30%, taking that failure into a positive. It's not always reading more content. It's not always about going and watch the video again. It's not always learning about why the options thing is. Look, I know there's people on right now who could probably write the Kaplan book for the Series 65. Knows everything in it. But yet, they didn't pass the exam. They didn't pass the second time. There's people that didn't pass the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time, the sixth time, the seventh time, the eighth time, the ninth time, the 10th time, and they rewrote these books over and over again. They rewrote the LEMs over and over again. They rewrote the content over and over again. They put it in English, they put it in Spanish, they went back in English, they put it in Chinese, they put it in back into Japanese. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. If you ain't got faith in the fact that you're gonna pass this thing, and you have more fear than faith, it ain't gonna work. If you on the car ride are so fixated on your QBank scores and not about what the techniques or making those connections are, it's going to be tough sledding. I'm not saying you can't pass. I'm just saying it's tough because you're so worried about so many other things. Your brain is discombobulated. You're worried about all the details that aren't there. If you're truly coachable, you get onto the Kona, you'll understand that you just need the keywords, you just need some techniques, and you can go at it. You don't need to write 489-page books over and over again and go through it inside and out. Because let me tell you, there's a lot of people out there that'll tell you the same, that they did it. And guess what? It didn't happen. But you know what I say? Good for them for going again. Good for them for doing it again. Good for them to go try again. Good for them to get onto the Kona maybe. Maybe be a little more coachable, right? Maybe change it up a little bit. Maybe get into those live sessions. Maybe get into those all member sessions. Maybe get into those course videos, those books that we got available. Scan the QR code, hit the link. Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't feed into the fear. Just go get some Kona. That's what I'm trying to say. Get onto the Kona community, the Discord. We can help you out over there. 951-290-3077. This weekend is always a mother. But the good thing is, I guess, is that there's a heat wave, right? I don't know why that's a good thing, but other than the fact that you have to stay inside and probably you can get some studying in because there's air conditioning. Gives you a good reason to be indoors and studying something, right? In the AC, I'd imagine. Get cool somewhere. Make a positive out of the hot, right? 951-290-3077. Give a call, give a text. KonaButterflyz@gmail.com. That's where you can reach us at. Also, tomorrow, our schedule, we have the 26th. We got Kona Study Hall and then Kona Exam Mastery. It is live quiz Friday. Brandy, if you need to know how Brandy breaks down those live quiz because you see her do it on the Studying Brew, and you're like, what about them securities questions more in depth? How do you do it? What are you seeing? How do you observe it? How do you break it down? Tell me, Brandy, what you need to know and what you don't need to know. Friday, every Friday. Be in there, watch the replay. Comes out, watch it. If you're on the Patreon and you're like, well, I don't know if I'll be there, but I want to watch all the replays, Patreon, collections, test taking strategies. There's Fridays in there. They're all in there. All right. This Sunday, we have a workshop. If you're studying for the securities, like most of you are, if you're studying for life, MLO, chemistry test, your GED, I don't know what you got going on. If it's a multiple choice exam, this workshop could help you.
That's true.
And I did say GED. It doesn't matter. Workshop Sunday, August 24th, 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. We got this thing going. We're going to be looking at how to pass an exam.
Mhm.
What do you want to say about it, Brandy? Sell it out, Brandy. Give it the gusto, Brandy. She's all looking at me. It's look at you're gonna look at the questions. You're gonna be doing the answering. You're gonna do the hacks. You're gonna do the quizzes. Brandy's gonna show you some of the why wrong. It's gonna be great. She has a whole outline. It's 4 hours, action packed. We're gonna go over all the things you need to know so that way you can get that exam done.
I was writing questions today.
It's gonna be a night.
I'm just.
All right. You
I was
don't have
writing.
to
I
be
was
a
writing
member.
questions for
You
y'all.
don't have to be a member to get in there. But you do if you are a member, you do get a discount. So, but you just gotta scan that QR code right there, get enrolled. We'll send you the information to get send the payment information and reserve your spot. It is in Riverside, California, Sunday, 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Hope to see you there.
Yeah.
First ever.
Yeah. First
Gonna,
ever.
gonna be good.
Yeah.
Not on Zoom.
That would be amazing.
Don't be recording. I think you're gonna add more to it.
What? I mean, you said everything that we're going to talk about.
Okay.
It's going to be fun.
Let's do the thing, Brandy.
Okay. The thing. Just kidding.
Are we on I feel like we're on a delay today.
No, I'm
All right,
good.
Serious 6 content techniques and strategies. And we're going to do that tonight. We're going to go over 6 different exams, 6 different questions, techniques, questions. It's all going to be good. We're going to have fun with this. Watch how Brandy goes through this. A little bit of content, a little bit of technique, but we're going to get the answer right, just like last night. Right, Brandy?
Yes. I went back to my old format. I don't like that anyone.
Awesome. All right, let's go.
All right. I decided I'm gonna start off strong. I'm gonna start with an option.
I feel like you should have started off with some coffee.
I have coffee.
Wow.
Right there. All right. So in the chat, you guys will see Eric is diving deep. Diving deep.
Too deep. That's why you're struggling, bro. Too deep.
Okay. I'm not gonna say stuff like
I won't. He won't. She won't, but I will.
but I am gonna do this.
We got to bring him back to surface level.
Call and call, call and put, call and put, call and put. This is the only one that has 2 calls. Okay. So
That's probably an accept or wrong.
then it says, which of the following pairs of option contracts would have both the intrinsic value if the strike price is 30 and the market price is 40? If the strike is 30 and the market is 40 and they both have to have value, wouldn't they be both the same contracts?
Wow.
Think about that. Guys, you're still going too deep over here in the chat.
Way too deep in the
We
chat.
don't even need up or down because all we really need is they both have to have the same value. They both have to have this thing called intrinsic value. They're giving us the same
They're
number.
literally saying that both have to have it.
And they're giving us the same number.
Both have to have it.
Logically speaking, it has to be A.
It has to be because it's saying for both. It's literally saying both.
I have a 30.
It's almost
have a
saying
40.
they both have to be the same thing.
They both have to have value. This is the only one that would work because it has the same number.
Can I just focus on one thing here?
Guys,
keyword both.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. I mean, I could draw this thing out. I could content this one, or we can simply look at the fact that a technique got us to notice that A was different. And then Kona catchphrase from Monday nights got us to look at the words on the screen and use them to our advantage to get to the right answer.
99.9% of the reason why people get things wrong on these exams, are you all paying attention? 99.9% of why people get these things wrong is they're just not answering the question.
Too much thinking.
Too much thinking.
Too much. By the way, long and short simply mean, did you buy the contract or did you sell the contract? So if I was speaking purely about the contract, I'm only looking at the word call or the word put. There you go. Okay. Okay.
I was good with what you said earlier.
I know, but I thought I would bring just slightly more clarity. Okay. 3% is the lowest. 6% is the highest. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I didn't even read this. I did just pick the 5%. I did look at this and I was like, I don't really want to do math right now.
Yeah, who has time for that?
I really didn't want to. So I didn't do
There's one
math.
person on that has time for that, but he needs to stop doing that.
Yeah. And it's 5%.
But you know what I would say?
Hmm.
If I was on the real exam, I would definitely check it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I would definitely check it.
Yeah.
The third highest.
It's like something like this. It's gonna give you 5% somehow. I really didn't want to do the math. So I didn't. A is the third. Same. All right. Email reply to clients. Static content like blog posts, tweets, responding to questions.
Is
Does
it
X
tweets
still
anymore?
well,
Yeah,
that's
they
what
do
I'm
still
saying.
call it tweets.
They do, huh?
Yeah, what are you gonna call it?
Yeah.
X's? I don't know. They
Anyways,
probably have a clever name for it now, but nobody's doing it.
nobody's doing it. Personal messages. So check this out. I was looking at this, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm going to reply to a client. I have a personal message. I'm just responding to tweets, right? And then I have this thing called static content. If you were to look at all of these answer choices, this is the only type of vocabulary. Static content.
Would static be like my flyer for Sunday?
Yes,
Let's see that. Let's get an example of static right there.
this would be considered static
Sunday, we have a workshop. Static.
because it's you can't alter it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I couldn't help
No,
myself.
but yeah,
Static content. That's it.
Yeah. So if you guys look at the static content, right,
Change.
as a vocabulary word, it's also content wise not changing, static, staying there, right? It says a type of communication would require principal approval. Can you imagine if you had to get principal approval to email your clients back? Could you imagine if you had to get principal approval to tweets? Can you imagine if you had to get principal approval for a personal
Your
message?
client emails you on Monday. 2 weeks from now, you're able to email back because you got to get approval.
Yeah. But the one that sounds like the vocabulary is probably the one that has to have the approval.
Those rapid response ones are probably not going to be it. B is the only one. It's not like a rapid response. It's
Right.
just a static post that
Just a
stays
post.
there.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm not gonna lie. I did the work on this one and it happened to have a technique in it. So we'll do both because splits are on the test.
Can you do the technique first for all those falling asleep?
Yeah. How are you falling asleep? We're 4 questions in. Don't be falling asleep. You guys got more than that on your exams.
People on the East Coast.
All right. That's the third. 25. I have no math on this one, guys. The reason why I did want to talk about this one is because this is a splits question. This is a test topic. This is all you have to know. You guys ready? I go from 500 to 400. That means my number goes down.
Yes.
That means my price is going to have to go up. I start at 20, it's going up. Well, Brandy, there's 2 numbers that are higher than 20. How do you know it's 25? Because you guys see how it's only 100 number gap?
Yeah.
It's only 100.
Yes.
So we're just going to go up a. So it's the same thing. I didn't have to do math. Didn't have to do math. Just looked at it.
Look, there's a whole long formula on how to do this, but guys, the clock is running. The clock is running. Blip. When you're in exam, the clock is running. How many people in here that are not with us, but have ran out of time on the exam? If you would have had just a little bit more time, you probably would have got a pass notice, but you ran out. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Yep. Bloop. Okay. Bloop. All right. The MSRB Enforcement Department, FINRA, Securities Exchange Commission, the Federal Reserve Board. I really didn't know what to go with there. Content-wise, no such thing. Usually when you guys see something that, Brandy, I didn't see the MSRB Enforcement Department in your study guide. And I would say, because it don't exist. Is that right? That's right. So listen, it says an except. The one that doesn't exist, except the one that doesn't exist. Now you guys are probably saying, but it says enforce MSRB rules except the MSRB Enforcement Department. It's because the MSRB doesn't enforce their rules. Everybody else does. Remember, they are the rule making board, not the rule enforcing board.
Yeah, you're adding, yeah, the acronym doesn't work.
Exactly.
There's no E in there.
Nah. Nah. No M in there either. That's probably my cap. Never mind.
Don't get you started.
Who calls themselves the enforcement department, right? I'm the enforcement department. Just kidding. Oh, look at that. The MSRB again. Securities and Exchange Commission. Look at that. By the way, that's another typo, but we're going to go there. Chicago Board Options Exchange and the New York Stock Exchange. So I was looking at this and I'm like, okay, Municipal Securities Rule Making Board just makes the rules. The SEC's the head honcho. I got options or I got stock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Boop. It says FINRA staff must submit new rules and await approval from which? The top, the chief. El Jefe. The Securities and Exchange Commission. Boom. That's it. I think that's it. Look at that. Easy peasy.
Nice and easy.
Back.
One thing I'll say about this, guys, time. If you should learn anything about it tonight was time. Look, there's ways to answer these questions with math. There's ways to do these things a long way, but time is of the essence. And if you can shave time off on questions like that, and you can save, then just make a point of just getting like an answer right with 8 seconds. Guess what? You're going to have more time on the other end when you have to like take a little more time for certain questions that take a little longer to get through.
Yeah.
You bank time. This is how you bank time. A lot of people are all stressed out about taking exactly, I don't know, whatever it is, like 1.2 seconds per, 1 minute, 0.5 seconds per question. And they freak out and they get themselves worked up. The anxiety takes over because they're not answering that fast on all the exam questions. And according to certain AIs, that you're going to get a fail if you don't. Look, that's all not true, because you can bank time by getting certain questions done in about 8 seconds. Then you can carry that time over to the next one and you get the next one done in 9 seconds. Guys, it's so easy to do that if you're just doing the techniques. If you're making the connections, you're not trying to make it harder than it is. You're not trying to do the long math if you don't have to. That's all we're trying to say.
Why think more than you have to?
Why? Doesn't thinking less sound more attractive?
Like, save it for the one that you actually have to think. I guarantee you'll have questions that you have to think on, but you're gonna have a lot of questions that you don't have to think on.
Do you know what else it's gonna do? Relieve stress.
Yeah.
It's gonna make you more relaxed. And when you're less stressed, you're more relaxed, you're probably more confident. And if you're more confident, you're probably going to be more competent because all this stuff is there for you. Work on it this weekend. Don't bend to fear. Be excited about the failures, because you know what? You're on your way. You're on your way. Can't run, you can't walk without falling down. Can't learn. So you got to make sure that you're on your way. Keep that positive mental attitude this weekend. We'll see you back on Monday for all the free members. We'll see you tomorrow. See ya in that workshop on Sunday for all those that are registered and ready to be there. We'll see you then. Until then, everybody, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friends. That's all I know. Keep the positive mental attitude. PMA. Everybody have a great night.
Thank you all so much for being on. We so super appreciate you. Practice techniques, quick connections. We will see you guys next time. Have a great one.